So, picture this. A little girl, barely 11, standing in the first-class cabin of Delta Flight 223, clutching her boarding pass like it's her lifeline, while some guy in a suit worth more than her mom's car looms over her, spitting venom about how she doesn't belong in his seat. That's how it all started for Amara Jenkins, a kid from Crenshaw with stars in her eyes and a dream bigger than the plane she's on. This wasn't just a fight over a seat, it was the moment the world tried to tell her to stay small, and she said, "Nah, not today." Amara's from a neighborhood where dreams don't always get wings, you know? Her mom, Keisha, works doubles at the hospital. Her sneakers are hand-me-downs, and their apartment's got more heart than space walls plastered with Amara's sketches of planets, equations scribbled in crayon. She won a contest, a national science gig that got her a ticket to Houston to tour NASA's Johnson Space Center, meet Dr. Lena Carter, the black astronaut who walked on the moon. That boarding pass for seat 1A? It wasn't just a seat, it was proof she'd earned her place, a kid who'd outsmarted hundreds to get there. But then comes Victor Grayson, big shot CEO, striding onto the plane like he owns the sky. "You're in my seat," he snaps, not even glancing at her pass, his voice dripping with that kind of arrogance that comes from never hearing no. Amara's heart's pounding, but she holds up that pass, her voice steady. "This says 1A, sir." He scoffs, loud enough for the whole cabin to hear. "Must be a mistake, kids like you don't fly first class." Ouch. The words hit like a slap, and you can feel the air in the cabin shift, passengers shifting uncomfortably, some pulling out phones, the tension thick as fog. Keisha had warned her about guys like this, men who'd see her braids, her thrift store hoodie, and decide she's less than. But Amara's got her mom's fire. Her dad's stubbornness was a Marine, gone too soon in Iraq. She stays put, her hands shaking but her resolve iron. That's when the first hero steps in, DeAndre Miles, NBA legend, all 6 feet 8 inches of him, rising from 4C like a mountain coming to life. "Problem here?" he asks, calm but sharp, stepping between Amara and Grayson like a shield. Grayson stammers, tries to play it cool, just a mix-up, big fan, by the way, but DeAndre's not having it. "No mix-up. She's got her seat. You got yours. Or you want to explain this to my 200 million followers." He holds up his phone, and man, you can see Grayson's ego deflate like a punctured tire. The captain, Sarah Brooks, steps out next, her voice cutting through the noise. "Mr. Grayson, sit in 2A or get off my plane." The cabin's dead silent now, every eye on this standoff, old money versus a kid's dreams. Grayson mutters something about his lawyers, but he slinks to 2A, defeated. Amara's still in 1A, her heart racing, but she feels a spark of something new, like she's just won a battle she didn't know she was fighting. Fast forward, Amara lands in Houston, greeted by her Aunt Tanya, who's got that proud Annie energy, wrapping her in a hug that smells like lavender and home. The next day, she's at NASA, walking halls where legends trained, her eyes wide as Dr. Carter herself shakes her hand, saying, "Your essay on asteroid mining? Kid, you're thinking like a scientist." Amara's glowing, but back home, the internet's buzzing. Grayson's posted a video, whining about wokeness stealing his seat, painting himself as the victim. It backfires hard. DeAndre's clip of the confrontation goes viral, and suddenly Amara's the face of every kid who's been told they don't belong. But it's not all cheers. Some corners of the web call her a diversity prop, say she's being used to push an agenda. It stings, you know? She's just a kid who loves space, not a symbol. Yet at school, her science club's growing, kids like her friend Jamal stepping up, inspired by her grit. Even Grayson's son, Ethan, reaches out online, apologizing, saying he wants to be a teacher, not his dad's clone. Amara tells him, "Be you, not him," and it feels like planting a seed. By the time she's invited to a STEM summit in DC, Amara's different, not just a dreamer, but a fighter. She stands in a room of suits, telling them, "Stop telling kids what's realistic. Flight was impossible once. So was the moon. Let us try." The room's quiet, then erupts. She's not just speaking for herself, speaking for every kid who's been underestimated. Picture this final scene. Amara, back in Crenshaw, on her roof with a telescope, Mars glowing red in the night sky. She's got a scholarship to a space camp in Europe now, a folder full of astronaut autographs, and a fire in her chest that no one can put out. Grayson's company? Tanked after a scandal, his name mud. But Amara? She's just getting started, a kid who held her ground and changed the game. So what do you think? Ever had a moment where you had to stand up for your place or saw someone else do it? Drop a comment. Tell me your story, your city, your fight. Was Amara right to hold her seat? Was Grayson just a jerk or something deeper? Hit subscribe, share this. Let's talk about what it means to claim your space in a world that sometimes says you can't.